Welcome back to another episode of The Adventures of Familia Bajaboy. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and this video is kind of about the why of the channel. I wrote out a story and a script, and I kept trying to record it, but I just can't do videos that way. I'm just more off the cuff. I just want to kind of tell you how I feel as I'm thinking it. So here goes. Recently I've been trying to do some videos, and I kind of would get thinking oh, I need to do a video that's entertaining. Blah, 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 blah. But I really started thinking more about why we have this channel. And we have this channel because we want to tell our story from our perspective. And our story is this. We bought a house in Bahia Asuncion, Baja California Sur, Mexico, about 17, 18 years ago. I've been traveling Baja since I was a kid, and that's why people call me Baja Boy, because I've been coming to Baja since I was a boy. My grandfather used to come down here, and he brought my dad down here. My dad used to travel all throughout Baja and bring us down here. He went to Cabo before the road was paved, and my grandparents had a place in Rosarito Beach, south of the hotel, and I used to go there as a kid a lot. I always knew I was going to get a place in Mexico. I wasn't quite sure, and we stumbled upon Bahia Asuncion a long time ago, and I knew at that time that it was a really special place. And just as fate would have it, we bought a place. Now, my wife Tracy and I, we were teachers for a long time in San Diego, and so provided us with a 2 to 3 months a year to travel in big chunks. We were at schools where we were year-round schools, so throughout the year we'd have a good chunk of time to come down here. So we bought our place, and we had no business buying our place down here. We had no money, and that's probably the reason why we didn't tear down the place when we bought it. We have a big lot, but the house that we bought, it was sketchy. And so with that, we've kind of had to get creative over the years. With our building. And what I mean by that is when we first started coming down here, we'd come down here, we knew we'd have a couple weeks at a time, and we have this, we're going to do this building. And we quickly found out that things in Mexico, things especially in our village, especially at that time, it was so remote. We were 70 miles down a dirt road. And so we'd come down here and we'd expect that we were going to do some building. Well, we'd get down here and there was plot, or we'd get down here and everyone was working fishing, like it was the middle of fishing, so there's no one to do any work. And so we get so frustrated. We came down here and our house took forever to build. And then throughout the years, our attitudes kind of started changing. If we were driving and I saw a piece of usable wood on the side of the road, or we found something out of the dump, we started repurposing a lot. I remember one night I woke up from my dream, or I woke up from sleep, and you know what? That old refrigerator that's behind our house, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build a planter. And so I actually built a planter for grapes, like grape plant that I had, and it's still downstairs to this day. I built wood around it and painted it. I was so proud, and it still sits downstairs. Definitely a pair, but in the early days it was a struggle. But through the years we've kind of learned to you kind of have to let things unfold here. And so here's some examples as far as with building goes. Our neighbor and friend that he's been a friend of the family forever, and we fished with him, spent many Christmases, and there'll be times where he's looking for a little extra work, and he'll come to us and say, hey, do you have some work for him? He's built most of our house, and he does a great job. He's on. We love his work, and his prices are fair. Just recently he came to us and said, hey, I could use some work right now. And so we didn't really have, how do I say this? We don't have the money to where we can just drop, a bunch of money on a new project, but we said if there's any way we can help a neighbor, a friend, when they are in need, we're gonna do it. I don't know if you can hear the sounds in this video or not, but he's out there right now working on a project. We're building a new patio structure that 16 years ago my dad and I put in, and it was in time to be replaced, and so it's being replaced. And so we found that our happiness, our state of mind, is a lot better when we let life come to us down here versus trying to figure things out isn't always the best approach. So I say that because I want this channel to be a reflection of how we live our lives. It might involve a building project. It might be a road trip we take. It might be some of the experiences that we've learned over the years, whether it be traveling or eating out or things that have worked for us. By no means is this channel what are the top 5 things to do in Bahia Asuncion, or what are the top 5 restaurants, or this or that. I do not like those videos. I'm not an expert on anything. Well, I might be an expert on things, but I'm definitely not going to try and go on YouTube and claim to be an expert. There's plenty of people out there that it's amazing how quickly they become experts on the peso or on crime or on whatever. That's not what we're about. So I guess I say this because I'm not gonna, my goal of this video, or my goal of this channel, our goal of this channel, is to share as much as we can about our lives from multiple perspectives. Sometimes it'll be Gabriel, sometimes it'll be Michaela, sometimes it'll be Tracy. And that's what we want this to be. So if there's something you're interested in, please let us know in the comments. We really appreciate those of you that are watching. It's pretty crazy to think that we have so many viewers already. We hope we get more viewers too. But our videos are gonna, be about our life, and it's our interest, from cooking to the garden to brewing beer to going to the beach, whatever. So for those of you that have been watching, we really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, stick around. Let us know what you want to see. If it's not for you, I understand. Anyway, I thought this video was long overdue, and I appreciate you watching. And stay tuned for more episodes of the adventures of Familia Bajaboy. Thanks so much.